I grew up working with beef cattle, but when I went to college, I learned more about the dairy industry. And one thing that amazed me about the dairy animal is just her extreme metabolic physiology. So for example, if you put a dairy cow side by side against human athletes, she's burning as much energy as a marathoner. She doesn't look like an athlete, but she's putting that energy into making huge amounts of milk, almost to the point where it's hard to believe the system can work as it does. The trade-off there is if things get a little bit off, she can become unhealthy relatively easy. She's maybe not as resilient as some animals. And so it's a really interesting opportunity to help this high-performance athlete stay at the top of her game. And we're interested in what are the nutrients, what are the feed components we can use to help her achieve that. Our focus is on how to use nutrition to improve the health and well-being of livestock, particularly dairy cattle. And the reason that we're focused on this is not only are there exciting opportunities in nutrition to look at new ways of accomplishing that, but also because it's critically important to the viability of our food system to minimize the footprints of productivity. I moved to Michigan State University about 3 years ago, and when I found out I'd won that award, I was surprised. To be frank, having not been at Michigan State for very long, I was very thankful, I guess, to get this sort of recognition, just because for our program, we're proud that we can have an impact, not just by doing our research and finding money for that research by working with companies, but we think we really have a synergy by collaborating with scientists in the corporate space because we're learning from each other. Many of our corporate collaborations come about through individual relationships that we have with people that are in companies or through meetings at conferences and that sort of thing. Business Connect is an outstanding service on campus that can take on those conversations and sort of work through those details for me so I can move on to other things until that agreement is made, and then we can move forward on actually doing the scientific work. So I really value that. And the end product is, Michigan State University is doing groundbreaking research across many different fields. And I think what it ultimately does is it gives people excitement about pushing things forward so that we can create a more sustainable world around us.